Let's talk about the 10 best fragrances under $200. I want to focus on some newer, exciting releases because I don't want to talk about all the same fragrances all the time. Although there are a couple here that are just like die-hard loves that needed to be in this list. But for the most part, let's focus on some newness and let's dive in to the best 10 fragrances under 200. I mean, it's not new, but come on. It's pretty new. Bianco latte, yes, it deserves a hype. It smells like a milky vanilla cookie drizzled in honey. It's really so delicious. And this smells better than any designer fragrance that I have smelled. It smells honestly much better than any of the dupes out there, though there are a lot of dupes of this fragrance out there right now. But nothing captures the magic of Bianco latte as this scent does. Now, the thing with this scent that I learned is that the cloud in the air that it gives you is so much more magical than when you smell it directly on your skin. And this was the challenge for me with it. When I smelled it directly on my skin, truthfully smelled like kind of a boring vanilla. But I catch the cloud in the air, and every time that I spray it and I come into the room, I'm like, this is nice. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it was Bianco latte. So when I smell it sprayed in the air and it's not me spraying it on myself, I love it so much. And knowing that this is the cloud that people are smelling from me that is so exquisite just feels so good. So yeah, this is one of the best vanilla fragrances out there, hands down. And price point, this is $195, I think Canadian. I'm in Canada, but I know most of you guys are American. So you're gonna be hard pressed to find a designer fragrance at Sephora for that price, for 100 ml. Sticking to deliciousness, Dialma by Corel. Now, I say I'm not a gourmand lover, and I'm not the classic type of gourmand lover, but they've been doing things with gourmands these days that have captured even my nose. I like nutty gourmands, and this, you have never smelled a nutty vanilla fragrance like this. It is absolutely mouthwatering. It's caramel-esque, it's pistachio, it's warm, it's dripping and oozing and milky, but it's not like syrupy. That's the thing. I don't like syrupy. This is not syrupy. This is decadent in a very milky sort of way. I love a good milky nutty scent. This is absolute magic. Incredible. This one is 130 euro. So it's about 1-to-1 at this point, and they only have this size and then a little bottle. My camera's not wanting to focus today. Also the blue cap. I'm low-key afraid that my son is going to steal this because he likes blue and he likes things that look like rocks. 3-year-olds like to take rocks and carry them around in their pockets. Now, if bang for your buck is what you're looking for and you're into beast mode, you need to check out Scorpion Intense from Odyon. This fragrance is a powerhouse. This would not want to get off my skin. 16 hours plus, and this is a really complex, beautifully blended rose and oud combo with some little bit of berries in the opening. It almost reminded me of like a Tom Ford Tuscan leather vibe where you get like a berry and then like an intense sort of like woody, almost like leathery intenseness. It does also smell like the Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad, that one. I actually find this one more wearable for me. It also reminded me of the rose oud vibe that I smell in Oud Silk Mood from MFK. So I feel like if you like that, you will like this. But this is way more intense and like it really takes the stage. This lasted for days on my clothing and over 16 hours on my skin. Very, very strong. If you like a rose oud, this is the rose oud for you. Incredibly well blended, strong quality. I find this very, very unisex. They're not a dupe brand by any means, but I'm just comparing the scent profile. If you like that strong intensity, the longevity, the power, the head turning effect, this will deliver. Now, I do have a discount code for that one, so everything will be on the screen and or in the description. Valentino, born in Roma. I have not talked positively about this fragrance until very recently. There was something, I think, in the initial formulations that had this rubbery quality on my skin, but I got this one and it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that rubberiness anymore. In fact, it just smells like a very delightful, almost kind of hair product-y sort of thing, but it's just so pretty. Like, it's such an easy wearing kind of fragrance that I feel like you would get so much wear out of this and you would get so many compliments that you would want to wear it more. This is another one like Bianco latte where the cloud smells different than on the skin. When I smell this on the skin, it's not giving that same magic that I smell in the air. When I catch whiffs of this in the air, I'm like mesmerized. I'm like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Like, it's just so captivating, but not overly complex. It's like very easy to understand. But then when I smell it on the skin, it just doesn't smell the same. So this is, the impact of this is in the cloud you create. I really like it. And so basically this is a vanilla scent, but to me, it's more fruity and jasmine than vanilla. Vanilla is really in the base. I get a lot of the black currant. I get a little bit of like a pink pepper tingle, and definitely mostly jasmine for me. And I love jasmine. I prefer this much more than Prada Paradox. But similar vibe, you know? Speaking of jasmine, Room 1015 just came out with Jasmine Freak. This is like if jasmine was a candy. If jasmine was a Jolly Rancher. It's like their Wave Child vibe, because that one was incredibly popular. Those of you guys who know, you know the hype of Wave Child. This is Wave Child's cousin that is jasmine. It is a delicious, sweet, summer poolside vibe jasmine. It's not an indolic jasmine. It's just like a candy, like a delicious jasmine candy. And that's because it has a lot of fruity notes. There's mango, there's black currant, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's a bit tropical. So this just smells like a delightful sweet escape. Another vacation vibe sort of thing, Bain de Midi from Maison Matine. I have loved this since I discovered it last year. And this is my favorite sort of vacation sunscreen floral type of vibe. This is better than Blanche Bête. This is better than Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. This is better to my nose than even the new, what's that one? Quattro Pizzi from Xerjoff. Does that mean 4 pizzas? But anyway, they came out with a new one that I got a sample of, and it was very nice, but too much on the tuberose. But this is so balanced, coconutty, creamy, delightful, fun, tropical, and very long lasting. This one is just like, in the summer, I can't stop wearing it. This is definitely under $100 for the 50 ml. I think US is 85, Canadian is just over 100. Now my recent most favorite designer discovery, Barenia from Hermes. I just love how elegant and unique this is. It's so textured. Like, you can feel the prickle of the base of the woods, the patchouli and the akigala wood. Like, you almost like, it's almost like crumbly. It smells so good. And it's sweet and it's tart and it's zingy and it's perfect. It's just perfect. It makes me want the bracelet, honestly, which is what inspired the packaging. This is a fragrance that I wear when I want to feel really put together and really womanly, and I think it's the perfect everyday scent. It's just really hard to dislike. Even if you're confused by it at first, you're gonna like it. You're gonna end up liking this. Amber Musk is one of my signature scents. I love it. I think it is one of the best. It is on the pricier side, but I think as well as with most of these, like, you're gonna wear a lot of it. This is a fragrance I reach for in the evenings. It's very cozy. It smells like a hug. It's very clean smelling. It's not a deep, rich, warm sort of amber, although it is a warm scent, but it's very light and airy and fluffy. And it smells like almost like soapy bubbles, but not like an aldehyde. Like just clean, like soapy bubbles. Something about it, just very pleasant and frothy, I guess. I think anyone who hasn't tried this should give it a try. The only thing that I hear people complain about the scent is the poor performance. I don't have a problem with the performance. I will give you guys a trick. If you want to prolong performance, put jojoba oil on your skin, either before or after or both. It will help the fragrance stick to your skin. It really, really helps. This was an AI trick. I asked AI. This was one of the things it told me that I didn't already know. So there you have it. But I don't even need to do that with the scent. It just sticks. For me, my skin's very happy with this fragrance. Now, Frida from Epico. If you love Valaya or Fleur Narcotique, you must at least lay your nose on this, because this is that, but it's like sparkling and champagne-y and delightful and fun and playful, where those ones are almost a little bit too floral. This one's a lot more bubbly and fun. And it's just like a sparkling version of those types of scents. I love this. I think it's so feminine. It's so different and yet reminiscent of fragrances that we already really know and love. The whole Epico collection is really flawless. I also really like, there's so many that I love, but I just feel like this is a really easy kind of everyday thing that, you know, if you want to get bang for your buck, you're going to wear a lot of this on a daily basis, especially if you're like a Valaya, Fleur Narcotique, Levant lover. That one's for you. And then Nest Indigo. I forgot about this for a little while and then I dug it up and I was like, oh my God, how did I forget about this? This is the best fig tea scent that I've ever smelled. Without being intense and occasional. So for example, like Tenoir 29 from Le Labo, that one is great, but I wouldn't wear that every day. But this one I just think it's such a good composition. There are so few fragrances that really smell like this. It's cozy, it's edgy, and it's just absolutely delicious. This one I mentioned in my recent video, the only 5 fragrances that every woman needs, which I'll link up here if you want to check that video out next. I hope you guys enjoyed these recommendations and I will see you next time. Bye.